philosopher. What's mean your nickname? Can I ask you?
Philosopher means philosophically sober, and I refer to my history about religions. I was a believer. I'm not anymore, and I call it being sober.
Are you believer?
I'm not.
You're not believer. Why? Can I ask you?
Sure, like I don't
Oh,
see
oh,
any
if you
good
are a
reason.
believer, you have to listen to
I don't see any good
Imagine
reason.
Dragons.
I don't see any good evidence
Why did you keep
to
this
believe
man?
because he is not listening. He's interrupting. He's over talking.
It's a bad behavior.
It is where I told him to behave. Also, you heard me when I was warning him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can continue. Yeah.
I already finished my answer.
Okay, okay. So you're a philosopher. Okay. What kind of philosophy do you like?
What kind? What are the kinds out there? I don't know how many kinds of philosophy out there.
There are many
For
kind of
example,
philosophy. For example, like do you know Stoicism?
oh
Stoicism.
no, I don't follow Stoicism.
Or what do you think about life? About meaning of the life?
A meaning of the life is a fancy word for me. People believe that there is a meaning or there is the meaning. Mostly believers believe in that, but I don't think it's the case. Most likely, there's no meaning of life. People assume that there is the meaning, so but they don't have good evidence to prove that there is the meaning of life.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, actually, yeah. Everyone like can think anything about life. Yeah. So we have many people here, and nobody want to speak with us. It's yeah, it's like
They like to
strange.
listen, maybe.
Philosopher, you have a good channel on YouTube. You have 10,000 of subscribers. Congratulations. That's great.
No, no need to congratulate. Like my real subscribers are probably nearly like just 1,000. I bought my subscribers through YouTube, and
You did like illegal things to.
no, it's not illegal. Like I paid to YouTube to advertise my videos. It did
Oh,
advertise, and I got a lot of subscribers, but seemingly
oh
they were
my
just
God.
adults, or maybe kids, or maybe random people. I don't know, but it didn't work. I mean, it was a bad thing to do, even if it's legal.
It was a bad things. Sorry,
No,
but it was a bad thing.
it might be a bad thing for the algorithm. I mean, algorithm works in a different way. So if your subscribers they don't watch your videos, then YouTube thinks that it's a shitty channel, and that's maybe happening to my channel. Maybe it's not about numbers. Maybe it's already shitty. So I don't know. Anyway, numbers are nothing. Don't look at the numbers. Don't focus on the numbers.
For example, when I when I was in the prison, numbers were really special thing. You know, yeah.
Okay, I mean, when I said it, you know, having followers or other things.
If you are speaking about followers, yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah. Sure. In general, sometimes it's really important.
Yeah, sometimes it's important, sometimes it's not. But yeah,
Um,
so yeah, actually.
mm,
And what are you doing for living, philosopher?
that's off the topic. You should know that.
Uh,
Um,
I don't, I can't know. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, you cannot know, and I'm just telling you. So I'm not answering any question off the topic.
Okay. You just have a topic, God existence.
Yep.
Do you believe in God? Which why? Can I explain my position if you
Sure.
want?
That's why we are
For,
here.
for, for example, I believe in God. Yeah, because God, it's for me, it's something that help me, can put me in order, can like can like change my life.
Okay.
I can like accept that people that thinks it's like occasionally it's like yeah, for them it's occasionally, it's like don't mean nothing, but for me it's better to have something uh, behind you, you know, than don't have nothing. Because people, when person don't have nothing, it's like you don't have nothing, you are empty. And it's, yeah, you can feel this like these empty things with your friends, your either family. Maybe you can feel it with love, but yeah, but it's not the same. Yeah, actually, that's my position.
And so then you don't care about the truth. You care the benefit of the idea of God. That's I understand correctly.
Not actually, God, it's like God. It's not benefit, you know, because
Yeah.
uh, you are following God. You can understand something. Also I have many doubts about God, but I don't know something. For example, in difficult situation, one thing that helped me, for example, in prison, person don't think like about these many things that we have every day. People don't have this like common thought. You are thinking about big things. I can tell this. Yeah, it's a sense of life. Why you're here? Why you're like fight? This one is and not another one. Actually, God, it's like something that's put everything in order, and you are following it. You are in order. Yeah, actually, it's not like if I'm believer, I have many
But
benefits.
all you said is just a belief. Like those things are not proven and you didn't prove them. You're just talking about your beliefs, and beliefs are not necessarily the truth. Maybe all you believe is false, except for the idea of God helps you. And yeah, some concepts, even if they're imaginary, they might help. For example, people believe that they are like, let's say, toy, a small toy. They think that it gives them luck and they take it to everywhere they go. They feel so good when they have it next to them. So technically, like those objects don't help, right? I mean, they don't have any physical power to give you support, but mentally, it helps you. So yes, I understand. Maybe God is helping you in that way, the idea of God, but that doesn't mean there is a God and God literally tries to help you. Like maybe that's the case.
Just one question to you. Can I ask you?
Sure.
For example, if you will like have many like evidence that God exists. Yeah, for example, you will see, for example, on the one channel that today God appeared in New York. Yeah, everyone like, yeah, and he's doing like special things, magic. Maybe it's magic, yeah, and you will tell, yeah, it's real, yeah, I will believe it. But for example, yeah, in this situation, everyone will believe it. Yeah, for example, many people will try to like check if it's true, but many people will just say, ah, yeah, I can see, yeah, this man is really doing special
Okay,
things.
let it be
Like
the case. So what's the problem? Why it's not happening?
that, what?
Let it be the case. Why it's not happening?
Yeah, because I
Is
think,
it a problem if all people believe in God?
because do you know, if you want to believe in God, you need to be able to believe in
To
God.
be able to, so you take
Because
okay.
believe in something.
Sergio,
Yeah,
what you're saying is it's not making any sense for me because I'm able to believe. I know that because I was a believer before. So I
yeah.
am able to believe. So what you're saying is senseless. You can't claim
Well,
that I'm not able to believe. But what is the problem if all people just believe? What if God appears, as you said, clearly so that all people not even believe, that all people know that a God exists? Is there any problem
yeah,
about such
because
kind of
because
scenario?
for example, when when you if you will eat every day like sweet stuff, yeah, you can't like understand that it's like what's mean to eat sweet thing. You will not receive that like happiness when you next time will like open
I
the
don't see that you're answering my question.
what is your question? Can you
Oh, you
repeat
don't
it?
even care about my question, Sergio?
Yeah, actually,
Well, why the hell then
actually,
we are having a conversation?
so sorry, sorry. I just my English is so bad,
I don't think
and
it's about English.
yeah, because you're speaking a little bit fast. Can you write your question if you don't
No,
mind?
it's not about English, man. It's about your manners. If you don't
Uh,
understand something,
sorry, sorry.
if you don't
I will.
understand something, you can easily tell me that you didn't understand the question, and I can repeat the question in a simple way and in a slower way so that
Okay,
you can understand the question because
okay.
we are having a
It
conversation
was my
discussion.
fault. Sorry, it was my
That's
real fault.
okay. It's
You're
okay.
right.
So what you said, God doesn't appear. If God did it, then all people would be believers. That was your claim. And I said, okay, yeah. If God appears, then all people are gonna believe. What is the problem about this? That was my question.
So, but yeah, right, that was fun.
I asked the question to Sergio. If he thinks he
Uh,
doesn't want to
uh,
answer, then you can
yes,
answer, Jay.
I can try answer the question.
Okay,
If you
thank
want.
you.
When you answer to and find your answer to I checked.
Okay, I'm gonna mute you. We can try after Sergio. Okay.
Okay, I will try to answer. You can try.
Uh oh, I was muting the wrong guy. I'm sorry, Jill Master. Welcome, Frank.
Oh, thank you, Phil.
Um, but
Okay,
the mic is
I
for
understood your question.
Sergio. Yeah.
Actually, yeah, it's for example, for now, for me, it's like difficult imagine the situation when all people will. For example, uh, do you believe in like in fridge? Every people don't believe in fridge because they know that it exists. For example, and it don't make any sense to believe in something that exists. That, for example, you don't have special feelings to something that exists. You don't have like you don't consider this thing important. You don't like
Really? So money exists. You don't think money is important?
for example, if people
Sergio, focus on
yeah,
my question.
okay, I'm
Money
focusing.
money exists.
Yes, money exists. I agree
So
with you.
so that means money is not important?
But for example, if you don't have money, if for example you are poor, you will appreciate not this word. You will like the worth of money will be higher than for rich man. You know, I trying to explain this. When you have many things, you will not like. Appreciate not appreciate, sorry, I forget the word. For example, you will not to count with the worth of these things. You have money,
Uh,
for example, uh, many
okay,
money,
okay,
yeah,
okay. Then God could let it be a task for humanity. Like God appears in the sky, and many people don't care about him because he's so obvious. People don't follow him or don't obey him. They don't worship him. He could make this the task also or part of the task. And there is one problem with your argument. So God was clear to many people according to many religions. For example, prophets. Do you believe in prophethood?
profit.
Yeah, like for
Actually,
example,
it's a difficult question to me because
oh, you don't believe in them?
yeah,
For
actually,
example, Moses.
yeah, yeah.
So
Actually,
God was obvious to Moses, but Moses didn't think God is not important. Moses was talking to God even. Moses didn't say, "Ah, you're so obvious to me right now, so I don't care about you." Moses didn't do that, right?
yes,
So that means if God appears in the sky, that doesn't mean all people will ignore him. Am I right?
Yes, but for example, it how I will explain to you. For example, in the past, we are considering Bible. Yeah, in the past, it was done actually by God. Do you know? And it made sense in the sequence of actions. You know, uh, because we have story of the God. Yeah, we have a Bible. We have first part and second part, and like before God, birth of God, and after like His life. And yeah, we can like what the sequence of things that happened, special things. If you, for example, why God can't appear, because He appeared actually in the past. If He will appear, for example, today on the, for example, in Chicago, you can imagine, because if people in New York will tell, for example, I don't believe because it was in Chicago and yeah, it was like Photoshop if something, you know, he will need to appear for every
Well, then appear in Europe. This is so
it,
silly. What, you can only appear in Chicago? Okay, appear in Europe.
God
Appear in
must
Tokyo.
be
Appear in
God
every
must
city.
be so lazy, right? God must be
because
so
for
lazy.
example if he will appear to each person on this planet, no, it will be like a fridge, you know, it will be like ah
It will be a hard job for the God.
what can you repeat?
It's a hard job for the God. Why God cannot do that easily?
Because it doesn't make any sense if he
Why?
appeared
Why
to
it
the
doesn't
planet.
make any sense?
For example, I explained you, but I will repeat. For example, you told why you say you say said sorry my English. You said that God, why God can appear. Yeah, he can appear, but uh, what is the objective? What is the goal? Many people will believe
To
him
make it clear that he really exists, because the evidence which exists right now is not good enough to make people believe. Yeah, people believe in God, but not because of the evidence, because they learn it from their parents. That's why they believe in it. If we start right now to create a religion, many people wouldn't believe in it because there's no good evidence for other gods. Let's say, if I create a new god right now, no one would believe in it. Okay, because I don't show any evidence for that. People they would say, hey, wait a second, like, what's your evidence? Where's your god? Show me your god. So that's
okay,
why, like, we need clear evidence. If God appears, that's going to be really good evidence. And now, not only Christians exist on this planet, right?
okay, yeah,
Yeah, and other people believe in the wrong God, right? If you're a Christian, you should think that other believers, they believe in the wrong God. And that's more than Christians on the planet. More people. So you think it's okay to send all non-believers to hell, or isn't that good if they become Christian and believe the correct God? Billions of people believe in the false God, whatever your religion is. Let's suppose your religion is Islam, then then billions of people, they believe in the wrong God. If you're Hindu, again, billions of people believe in the wrong God.
first of all, I'm not a person that will have this possibility to explain you everything about that because I know like many things about like
That's very honest. I appreciate you.
yeah. But for example, for me, like for one person that I can tell that I don't believe in God because yeah, because I don't have any evidence. Because for me, believer is the person that do like force. You know, you got For example, when you are doing exercise, you're trying to do something more that you can. For example, you are running every day. You are running for what? Because you want to improve yourself. Yeah, and this is an objective. This is a goal. If you will like have a good body, will have everything. What you will to do? You don't. You will want nothing. Actually, you will just. I have everything. What do I need? I need just dream. I just like sleep or. Uh, I don't know. Actually, it's difficult because life it is to improve ourselves, improve to do something. If God
Okay,
will
yeah,
appear
yeah.
to
And
everyone.
Sergio, if one day God will appear to everyone, that doesn't mean people will stop improving. That logic doesn't work. It doesn't follow logically. So
Okay.
do you think, well, for example, Moses, do you believe that Moses was a prophet?
Yes.
Okay, do you think life and improvement stopped for Moses when God appeared to Moses?
Not. I'm not.
So Moses kept improving, right?
For example,
So that
Moses.
means your claim is false. Like if God appears to people, people will stop improving is a false claim.
So sorry. I think I explained bad in a bad way. For example, you are comparing Moses to these old people that we have nowadays. These people that like have many dependents. That, for example, if you will choose like one person on our planet, what what how many capabilities will have this person? This person will like have like discipline, maybe not, maybe yes. Yeah, we don't know because, for example, Moses is a one person that had big spirit. He was like a, I don't know, like I don't have a word. He was a special. For example, if we have like in the saint, I don't know, this text from Bible, we have many uh, people that were following the Moses. Yeah, actually, why God don't didn't choose one of that persons and just that person can go with me and just grab these two stones and show for everyone. Yeah, no,
Okay,
it was
Sergio.
Moses.
Okay, let's change the topic a little bit. Yeah, if God exists, okay, God doesn't have to show himself to everybody, okay? I can
Yes,
understand that. But if he doesn't show himself or if he doesn't give good evidence or clear evidence, then it's very normal that many people they're not going to believe in him. And that shouldn't be criticized first by God. Because if there's a claim, if there's no good evidence for that, then it's logical not to believe in it.
actually, can I interrupt you? Actually, I think that people don't trying to find the God. Right?
False.
They don't try. For
False,
example,
Sergio, false.
why? Can you explain me your like your story?
I was a believer and I searched more and more about my belief and other beliefs and about non-beliefs. So, and I realized that I don't have really good evidence, I don't have good arguments, and that made me stop believing.
Uh, Sorry, it's not this kind of search
What
because
kind of search?
people are trying to search like evidence. Trying to search
I
like
do it every day. What the
evidence.
hell I'm doing here by asking people, hey, what's your evidence? Why do you believe in God? So isn't this a search?
It's not a search.
It's not a
Sorry.
search. Where should I go? I should go to
Can I explain you?
Vatican and then like I enter those old libraries. What should I
No,
do?
it's not. For example, I will say you one story about one person that I know. This person, yeah, I'm speaking with this person. This person like second father for me. He was during like many years. He was I don't know monk. Do you know who is monk?
Oh wait, we have kicked the president.
Philosopher has been
Uh, president, we have kicked the president.
on
I hope
many
I hope it was Trump.
auto kick. Philosopher. I feel. Okay, can I continue?
Sure, go on.
Okay, so I have one person that during like half of his life was monk. Do you know who is monks? Who are
Monks, okay.
monk? It's a person that is living in the special place. He's working. He is,
Need to explain.
for example, in this life, uh, during many hours, we were talking, like, you know, and this person explained me how many things happened on the special way. For example, in my life, for example, you now will hear the one person. For example, this person, I will just tell this. It will be like person B. Can I call this in this way? Person B was in the church. Like it was a middle night. Do you know church? Like no, he was the last person who was leaving. Like left the church, and when he was like closing the door, he heard somebody was singing inside the church, you know, and he trying to like check who it was, but it was so dark. He tried to turn on the, I don't know, like lit the light. Yeah, I'm correct.
Turn on the light. Yeah,
Yeah, it to turn on the light. Yeah, but it doesn't work. Yeah, do you know? And he actually heard this song, this person. I don't know. Maybe it was I don't know who it was, but he heard this during 5 minutes, and he understood that it was really special things, and he left uh, the church. But he was the last person who was leaving the church. Actually,
how do I know that?
one of the many special things that he told me. I don't need to like share with you these stories. I don't need
Yeah, you
to
don't
tell
need to
you.
because that doesn't mean it was real. Okay.
Of
So
course, you
yeah.
can believe you can do anything that you want.
Okay, as I said, like I can believe when there's good evidence. So claims are not evidence for me. At least they're not good evidence. Okay. So your friend was telling those stories. Okay, and there are many possibilities. Okay. First of all, he maybe made a lot of mistakes in his experiences. Okay. For example, maybe he wasn't the last person in the church. Maybe there was someone hiding and making some pranks. Okay. So maybe
You,
that was the
you need to
case.
understand that it's
Maybe
not.
he got scared. Maybe that's why he didn't even check if there was someone in the church or not. So such things happen. We know that. People think that something is real when it's not real. They get confused. They're getting, you know, like there are people that, making jokes. Okay. And when this is the case, okay, how and why should we believe that, oh, it was not like that, it was something supernatural, not natural? Why we should think like that? People can sing, right? And people can hide, we know that. So there are two things that already is possible, and it's done by humans, not other animals, not other creatures. Only we humans sing, right? And we can hide, and other animals can also hide, by the way. But yeah, we do hide also. So how can you be sure that that wasn't the case?
Can I continue my explanation? If
Yeah.
you don't mind. First of all, it was like not just a normal church because it was a monastery church. On the other words, it was like one church in the on the area that was like many people won't like visit this place but can. It's like a special dome only for monks.
Okay,
Yeah, I
okay.
don't think
So
that
so
anyone
monks prank other monks. Why not?
actually. Okay, you can
Why not?
why not exactly?
So
Why
they're
not?
like colleagues, and colleagues can make jokes to each other, right?
Yeah, okay. You can imagine. Yeah,
Sure,
in
why
the
not?
Catholic, maybe in Catholic church, it is possible. But for example, I am from Slavic church, Orthodox, and we actually don't have these like pranks films. Films where monks are like this special. They like monks are sometimes have more things scenes like than normal people. Okay, but okay. So actually, and he was like the last person to lock the door. Yeah, and he tried to turn on the light, but it like didn't work.
Yeah. Hey, Sergio. Like electricity can be, shut down by someone else, right?
Yeah, but for example, he turned off the light, but he like 2 seconds or I don't know 5 10 seconds maybe.
Mm-hmm.
He tried to. Okay, it was a good, very good professional prank actually. If you
Oh,
can
I
if
don't
you
think it. Like, I don't need. You need a lot of expertise to just play with the electricity in a place. You don't need to be an expert on this. It's so easy.
it's so easy, but for example, it's difficult to explain situation. It's one monk, the last person to like
You
locking the
can't say
door.
last person. You don't know that. What if someone was hiding?
You can imagine that some was hiding,
Okay,
but
then how can you
it's
tell
not
me that someone was not hiding? How can you be sure about that?
because, for example, he was locking the door.
Okay,
Oh,
I can lock the door of my house. That doesn't mean there is no one inside the house.
Can I say something,
of
please?
course you can.
Yeah.
Let's say it wasn't a prank. Like, uh, what's uh, the purpose, or what is? Let's say it wasn't a prank. What do you think it was? Like,
Okay, let's suppose it's not a prank. Okay, maybe someone else was singing out of the church, okay? And he just heard it. And what happened in the church, sometimes electricity doesn't work, right? Or the circuit doesn't work. Like there can be electric loss, then it's not gonna work. Maybe that part was the coincidence, and he thought that, oh, it's something supernatural.
Of course, everything can be coincidence. Yeah, but
Not everything, but this one can be.
what is the purpose? Yeah, you asking me like 10 minutes ago why God don't want to appear to anyone like in the heaven. You can like look to the sky and like see, oh, there's God, cool.
Okay, Sergio, here's my question then. So that's all just he heard the song and he tried to turn on the light. He couldn't, but then after 2 seconds, he was able to turn on the light, right?
uh, Not.
Not?
I don't know. I don't monk that did it, but how I understood, he was like it was like dark church, and he was locking the door. He when he was like to inside in the church, but he was like left trying to left the church.
Sergio, it's becoming boring for me. You should know that.
Yeah,
You
actually,
keep
okay,
repeating the same things, which we understood that already, okay? He was trying to
okay,
close the church. He just, closed it. We understood those parts, okay?
okay.
And my question was, is that all? That's all?
And also how he told me it was like
Another
special.
story. No, no, no,
Spe-
no, no.
no,
Don't jump to another story. But that
it's not.
story,
It's the same story. It's the same story.
it's the same
How
story.
how, how he explained me after this. He this person B is a. I can tell that he's a singer, but he's a monk that many times. Do you know that monks are how many professionals inside the monastery. For example, someone is cooking, another one is working, but he was like he have this specialty. He was a monk who sing. I don't know how to explain it, and he was telling me because he's my teacher now to this, and I can tell it his level of musician. Yeah, he's musician, maybe something like this. Okay, he told that song, not song, it's a special song that we have on the our missa. How it is like missa? No, you know, I forget. Like the what is happening inside of the church during like normal action. Many people are listening this like mass maybe mass. Do you know this action that you have the prize, everything? And he heard this song. I will call it like this. And his song was like so professional that he don't didn't knew anyone who could who would sing like this.
Yeah, that's just his opinion now. I mean, I'm sure he's kind of motivated to come up with that kind of stuff and say that kind of stuff.
I didn't understand nothing, but okay. So
What he said, just because he said so, that doesn't mean that was the case, okay? Or that doesn't mean
of course,
it was
you
not
can
someone
believe
else.
anything.
Sure, of course he can believe in anything. Of course you can believe in anything. That doesn't mean anything that you believe is true, okay?
Of
That doesn't
course.
mean. So
I
monk
agree with you
believed in
100%.
something, monk believed in something. That doesn't mean he was right. Maybe he had a confusion, okay? Or maybe someone was playing a music out there, or maybe something else, maybe like he like maybe the music played inside his brain, okay? Sometimes
Maybe.
musics are playing inside my head also.
Like the monk
Sometimes
was playing this guy. That's the case, you know. The
that's
monk
also
was
possible.
playing
I
this
didn't want
guy.
to say that. I didn't want to say that, but that's also a very likely scenario that where such kind of people lie about those things or create some suspicion or mystery that can attract people. Maybe they do that also, but we don't know. We
Of
don't
course,
know.
guys, you don't know because it was my experience. I just expand my position this situation. You know, uh,
Yeah.
for me, it can be like a good reason to believe it, or one more things that happened with the special force, for example. Yeah, you can guys tell anything. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. Yeah, I respect it. I'm respectful person. I respect anything that you will like believe. I know many people can believe, and many people cannot believe. It wasn't like one situation in whole life of this monk. Yeah, for in my life actually I didn't had like many things, but I had also some things. Uh, yeah, actually I really appreciate you. You're like you was hearing me here during many time. Actually, it's really I respect you. You guys cool. Okay, thank you very much,
Thank you
Philos.
also.
What?
Thanks for being polite, feel sober.
Yeah, Philosober.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. And
Thanks for doing.
Sergio. Is it correct to call you Sergio?
yes, yes, of course, English. What do
Do
you
you
want?
really know that monks, they are professional manipulators, very, very good trained manipulators?
Of course,
Do you understand
you
that?
can.
It's their job. It's their measure. It's what they do for a living. Do you understand it?
For living. Oh, I don't
For a
know if
living, they do this for a living. You know, that's their job, to manipulate your consciousness.
it's your position. Okay, can I
It's not
explain
my
the
position.
situation?
That's the reality.
Okay, it's not reality for anyone. For example, it was can be your position of many people. Can I explain my situation? If you
But
don't,
they do nothing except for training their mind to manipulate other people. Do you understand that? Have you ever been have you ever lived in a monastery?
If you don't mind, I can explain situation if you
No,
want.
no, no. Just tell me, have you ever lived in the monastery, in any monastery?
No, I
Never. Try
Never.
it. You will see. You know, I have
Oh.
this experience. I lived in a monastery.
Oh, you lived
Yourself.
in a
Yeah,
monastery.
of course. I
Okay.
know this from the inside.
And
How they
did they
train
rely?
themselves to manipulate other people.
Sorry, can I interrupt
Wow.
you? What kind of monastery you visited? It was Catholic monastery, it was Orthodox monastery. What kind of
It was Orthodox monastery.
Orthodox? Where it was?
Orthodox.
Where? Can you tell me just
It doesn't matter. Why do you? Why are you
just
interested?
understand? Because yeah, actually, I know many things about monks, about Orthodox monks, and
Hmm.
what I can tell you that you are just kidding me.
No,
You're
Actually,
telling me
you're
that
saying
I'm
that's
you
a
kidding.
don't
lie.
mind telling me where it was?
Oh,
Where it was?
Or
What kind?
you're admitting that you just don't understand that they're playing you.
If you don't mind, just tell me where it was, for I be like, understand what kind of monastery, because
Okay,
there are
okay,
many different.
Sergio, it's not important. You should know
Okay,
that.
thank you.
Okay, I'll tell you.
Okay,
There
fine.
was in Russia. It was in the Sergiev Posad city in Russia. The name of monastery Chernigovsky Skid. Do you understand? Do you speak Russian? No.
Yes, I'm speaking
Yeah.
Russian.
Do you understand?
Of
That's
course,
really cool. Yeah.
this
You
monastery.
can check it out. Yeah. I
Yeah.
lived there like in average maybe like half a year or something like that.
Okay, and I believe you. Yeah, maybe in this monastery it was, but for example, in small monastery,
Tell me what's the difference? They do the same in any monastery.
for
They do
example,
the same
monastery.
in any church. It's their job, you know.
Okay, can I respond here?
Okay, tell me, what do you do for a living if it's not a secret? I'll give you an example.
I'm a student. I am studying many things. You know.
You're not working. You're just a student. What's your major?
Oh my God, we are talking about
No, it's if you want to talk about that.
what? What do you
Relax,
want to?
What's your major? Your profession?
My profession.
Mm.
Actually, it's not mine. Okay.
It's you
If
don't
you,
want to talk about that. No,
yeah,
it's
Seemingly,
not like
he doesn't want to
trying
talk
to
about
figure
that.
it out.
Relax.
Like I'm
it's
just
not
trying
important.
to give an example. If you're a seller, you know, and that's what you do for a living. That's how you make money. You know, you will tell people some story. You will manipulate their conscience in order to get them to buy your product. Monks do the same, absolutely the same, in any monastery, in any church. It's how they make money, how they make their livelihood. Do you understand?
Can I respond you, my dear friend?
Yeah, of course.
Of course. For example, if you don't mind, I will explain my situation with this monk. First of all, this monk helped me a lot. He paid for me during our life that I know him. He paid me many things. You know, he paid me for me because I didn't had like possibility to buy this. For example, in this monk now it is like he's not monk. He is living.
I'm not telling that that he is a bad guy. I'm telling you that it's hard to believe if you're a believer. You know, the difference between believer and non-believer. You know, like believer, if you're a believer, you're not thinking, you're feeling. Do you understand? Non-believer, they're thinking about things, they're analyzing things, but you don't analyze things. You just believe. They use your feelings. You know.
Actually.
And it's hard to understand when you feel it. You're not thinking about the situation, you're feeling the situation. Do you understand?
Why do you think that
I'm not telling you that this monk he's a bad guy. Maybe he's a good guy. He can help you, he can be very nice, but I'm just trying to explain what they do for a living.
For a living?
I'm not telling that they're bad. They're bad people. They're just regular people like other people. They're just selling their product. That's what they do.
Okay. Of course. Can I respond to you?
Of course.
Of course. First of all, this I don't so like think that that there's this guy wanted to sell something for anyone. He's leaving because people like are helping him, because he don't want nothing. Actually, his objective was to live live in the monastery, but he's like, in the his boss for, we can tell this. He was like trying to put this monk in another country because he didn't have like people to be there to help other people. And this monk was in other life, we can like call this like this. Okay, in other life, this monk was living in small monastery, and he was how he was living. He had like a garden. He had many things. Sorry, I can explain it. It was um, like garden. It was like fruit garden and vegetable garden. That he was working during each year, during whole year to like grab all these things and to have something to eat. And it was rare situation because in that region people were very poor. Were very poor. It was like small monastery in mountains. Karpati, if you know.
Yeah, I
Yes.
know.
Very poor region. They're not, for example, in the Moscow, where was that your monastery? Yeah, I know. It is like near to Moscow. Yeah, there are many rich people. Yeah, monks can do like their business there, and I know many monks that are doing this. But for this man, nothing was clear. Nothing was clear. Just working. He was working. He was praying. He was working. He was doing good things, and that's all. That's all that he needed. And he built with his money everything that he like gained, like he earned
Are
with
you, are you, Sergio? Are you trying to convince me that this monk is a good guy? I believe you.
but it's not
And
like one
I have
situation.
nothing against him. It's the whole thing, like the whole industry. I'm trying to explain how it works. That's it.
Yeah,
So
I
some of
know.
them they're bad, some of them they're good, some of them they're like um, like in like any other industries. Some there are
The
some
monk
good people,
industry,
some
yeah,
bad people.
it's good, yeah. Postery, yeah, I appreciate your imagination. Thank you. So
What do you mean imagination? Like
it's not imagine, it's like creativity. It's right word.
creativity in which
For
point?
example, he wrote like the monk industry. Yeah, it for example, it like
The
combination
word
of
industry,
words.
really,
With
that's a huge industry. Do you realize this? Like the religion field, that's a huge industry.
religion, it is industry. I agree with you. Yeah,
They're working
because
in this industry. It's like if you're like you're a sales manager, you're selling something, you're working for some kind of corporation. All they all work for their corporation. You know.
Yeah, guys. Anyway, like, let me interrupt. In the end of the day, none of those stories prove a God exists. So that's fine.
You already
It's not-
know. You already know the answer. We don't
Yes,
know, and we will never know.
never know.
exactly, it's like, do you know,
And
you're asking.
all this religious stuff, they have nothing to do with God. They're just using God as the conception of God to make people to follow them. That's it. It's not about God. That's about the
Anyway,
influence.
any other people who wants to prove a God exists?